Well, Rory, always good to catch up with the latest re-signing announced here at Bedford Blues Goldenton Road for the 2025-26 campaign. How excited are you going into the new season?
Yeah, massively excited. We've got a really good core group of the boys sticking around for next season, and just can't really wait to rip in off the back of what's been a very good 24-25 season.
Yeah, it'd be remiss of us not to talk about the current campaign, a little bit of the past, present and future. 3 games to go, it's in our hands. And I'm sure you and the boys are sticking to task, no looking ahead. It's one game at a time, as usual, which we always say, and trying to secure that second spot.
Yeah, as you said, we spoke about at the start of the season that it's you're only as good as your last game, and we want to keep going. Obviously, 3 games left, as you just mentioned, and we're just going to everyone keeps doing their role and keeps doing their job. Then we'll see out the season and get that well-needed break, as it has been a long season, and then move into the pre-season starting kind of middle of July.
How tough is it not to look forward? You know, you've re-signed for next season. You're probably looking at what the league's going to look like, how the structure is, all those kind of things. How do you stick to task so comfortably?
Yeah, there's obviously been a big bit of news, like Richmond coming up from National 1 and Worcester coming back from the sticky situation they've been in. But for us, it's really easy. Just as I just mentioned there, just focus on the next game, focus on the task at hand. We want to finish in that second position. And for us to do that, everyone has to stick to their role and make sure that we're playing the best rugby we can possibly play. The weather's nice at the moment, so that helps us bring our DNA and just keep doing what we're doing. Really, it's worked all season, so why change now?
Obviously, you're one of the newer faces who perhaps can't compare to previous seasons. But why do you think it's clicked this year for the club?
Variety of reasons, really. I think our forwards have really kind of come into their own in those winter months where potentially we can't put our DNA that we speak about quite a lot on the pitch with the offloading game, and then also just the togetherness of the group. It's been massive this year, and that's really helped us pull through. But when the games have been tight, thinking kind of that Bristol game at home and that Cornish Pirates game away, Ealing away, because we're such a tight group, it helps us kind of come through those tough moments together.
Looking towards next season, 14 teams in the league, playoffs, all those kind of things. As a player, do you feel a little bit more excitement? There's a bit more about the champ next season. There's a bit more to get your teeth stuck into. This season feels like a bit of a transition.
Yeah, well, obviously only my first season of the Championship this year, so I kind of sort of knew what to expect, but definitely been blown away with like the level of competition, and especially the spectators here at Goldington Road. But leading into next season, nothing really changes. Obviously, more teams in the league, and there'll be some fresh faces and some very good competitions. But we just need to kind of stick to our job, and hopefully that'll see us through to where we need to finish in the Championship.
There will be players departing that we'll announce in the relevant timescales. There'll be players coming in as well. What are the key points that, while we're having those sort of transitions ins and outs, what are the key components that we need to keep the same for next season?
That togetherness, obviously, with the new players coming in and players leaving, there's always going to be a bit of a change, and not everyone's always going to get along with everyone. But we need to make sure we've got that togetherness when we're off the field, and also especially when we're on the pitch. And that's something that Mike's really good at bringing to the squad and bringing us together off the pitch. So more of the same, really.
And for you, a double announcement in a sense. You are going to take a role with our Bedford Blues Foundation next season. It seems like you've really settled in here, and that's always great to see for a player when they come to a new club, that they've settled in so well, and obviously looking forward to the next 12 months.
Yeah, no, delighted to take that sport and inclusion mentor role at the Blues Foundation, and I've started actually this week, started on Monday. It's been really good to kind of get that ball rolling and get the admin out of the way, so I can really kind of start working with the foundation closely and do what I enjoy doing.
You seem like another one of the lads, obviously most do it this season, that have found a work-life balance that kind of allows you to switch off, and it's probably why we're having some great success this year.
Yeah, it's been massive. I'm very, very lucky to kind of work with Bedford Battery earlier on in the season, who were really accepting of kind of the fact I wanted to put my rugby obviously first, but they allowed me to work the hours I needed to work, and Simon Ayres is one of the sponsors here. He was brilliant. So, and then moving into the foundation, obviously massively attached to the club, so that relationship's still as strong as ever, and that's allowing me hopefully in the coming weeks, and especially next season, to put my game on the pitch and focus on my rugby, as well as doing something I love, which is doing that sport and inclusion mentor role. So I'm really looking forward to it.